All right, well, let's look at other things that you could do, because £3 billion or thereabouts was taken out of universal credit by George Osborne, and that has a very, very serious effect. Again, I'm quoting the Resolution Foundation, but using government figures, and they say that a working couple with 2 children, one parent earning the national living wage, is going to be £1,700 a year worse off by 2020.
Well, we've got to reduce the deficit. We still have a very big deficit in this country.
But why on the backs of those people?
Well, because we've got to look at the whole area, and we've got to reward those people who work, and that's what we're doing. That's why we'll be raising the threshold at which you start paying income tax and looking at other measures. So those are things that will be looked at in the round by the Chancellor in the coming up to the budget, which is in 10 days' time.
Can you look again at universal credit cuts?
Well, the truth is that we're spending a lot of money on benefits overall, and we need to, as I say, balance the books and get the deficit down.
Because, I mean, Ian Duncan Smith, who is no kind of hand-wringing lefty, I think you'll agree, sat in that chair when he resigned from the government and said this is simply not fair. Given what's happening to people, the extra income for people at the top of the heap, what we're doing on universal credit isn't fair, and it has to change. So I ask again, can you look at that again?
Ian actually agreed to that when he was Work and Pensions Secretary. He did not object to the changes that were being made then, and I think Theresa and the Chancellor and Damien Green will want to look at all these issues in the round.
So you think it will be looked at again?
We always keep all policies under review.
Well, let's turn to something else, and this is the front page of the FT from Saturday. May faces disability benefits battle. You've seen this in all the papers. A massive, massive cut to the disability welfare budgets. And these are people who are really, really having a tough time already, and you are going to take money that they thought they were going to get away from.
We're spending, as a country, over £50 billion a year supporting people who have got disabilities in this country. So I think we give overall the very generous schemes. There are changes that come about as a result of tribunals, and we have to look about the way in which that addresses the whole effect. But as far as supporting disabled people, I think overall we do very proudly in this country.
Well, you're taking £3.7 billion away from them. And again, the Disability Rights UK, which is the lobbying body on this, says these new regulations will hit disabled people and those with serious conditions very hard. The department itself admits that this will include, for example, those who have learning disability, diabetes, epilepsy, anxiety or dementia. These are people with dementia who are going to lose money under your government. A lot of your fellow MPs are really worried about this. Again, I ask you, is this something you can think about again as a government?
Well, we'll obviously listen to what people are saying and look at the proposals which come forward. But overall, we've got to reduce it. We are still spending as a country over £60 billion more each year than we're getting in as a country, and we've got to look at trying to balance that budget and reduce that deficit.